Hello and welcome to the Polisporto Andorra for the final time this season in the 7 days EuroCup for tonight's Group H matchup between the host MoraBanc Andorra and Joventut Badalona. This was the visitors as they arrived about an hour or so ago, and they come here with their EuroCup lives on the line. Defeat here will mean they could be eliminated from top 16 contention tomorrow night if Unicaja Malaga defeat Tofaş Bursa. But victory will set up a winner-takes-all meeting in Bursa next week. While MoraBanc had a relatively comfortable passage through the regular season, winning their last 5 games and ending up 7-3 overall, but they've been unable to sustain that in the top 16, losing all 4 of their games. They've already been eliminated from the possibility of reaching the quarterfinals. They've lost close, but they've lost nonetheless. Well, Badalona, they sort of squeezed through in 4th place, 5-5 record. They remain 500, 2 wins from 2 in the top 16. But they haven't won on the road yet this season in the EuroCup. Now would be a really great time to start getting those victories on the road. Otherwise, their season could be over very shortly as far as the EuroCup is concerned. Well, Andorra's season is almost over in this competition. The only thing left for them to do is try and sign off in front of their home fans in some style. They've been not too far away in the top 16, but not quite close enough. Every game by single figures, a couple of them by less than 5, but unable to get over the line. Well, 7 minutes away from opening tip, and of course these two teams know each other very well indeed, playing against each other domestically on a regular basis.
Coach, this is a crucial match for your team. How are you facing it?
I don't know if it's crucial, but the most important is try to start well the game, because if not, it's very difficult playing Andorra. And second, play with the energy, because Andorra play very physical here, and we are trying to play better than other games playing here in Andorra.
Andorra has nothing to do in terms of qualifying, but it means nothing for the match.
Yeah, but Andorra playing home, and sure they try play the best basketball for his fans, But the most important for us is try to play well basketball and start well the game.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, teams about to be introduced to the crowd here. And
Coach, this is an important match in terms of winning, of keep the team growing, because the season is really, really long.
Yes, of course, this is not the best scenario for us talking about the qualification for the next round, because we are out, but we got a big respect for our daily job, our club, and this competition. So EuroCup is a prestigious competition, and of course we don't practice, we don't work daily to lose. We want to make our job in the best way and try to win, of course.
For Joventut is a crucial match. Will this circumstance make the match tougher for you?
No, of course we got some problems. We're gonna miss today mostly because of sickness, and we have back Moussa, Diagne, and Nacho Vivet, so we have to try to put them back into the team. This is one of the goals, of course, and we have to do it competing on our best level. We know that for Joventut is crucial game, but this is a serious competition, so we're going to try to give our best in terms of competitiveness or desire and aim to win, but being smart, of course.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
well, Klemen Prepelic had a bit of an off night actually in week one when these two teams met. Couldn't quite get the ball to go. Expect more from him, and Clevin Hannah as well. Two guys who can certainly fill it up in a hurry, and I'm sure that's what they'll be looking to do here and try and get off to a good start. Joventut, when they played that first leg game, spent most of the game behind as we have a look at their roster there, but were able to finish strongly, and that's the lineup for Andorra as they look to try and just finish off this campaign on something of a high here. Win one last game at home. They still have to go on the road next week in round 6, where they play away at Tofaş. As the teams go through their final warm-ups, just mentioned that game in round 1 of the top 16. Andorra had an 11-point lead with 6 minutes to go. They'd been up comfortably pretty much throughout, and then a sensational finish by Joventut down the stretch. They scored 32 fourth-quarter points and stole the victory 90-87. They have met here once already this season as well in domestic competition, and well, that was slightly more comfortable just over a month ago, the end of December. Andorra running out 90-76 victors in the ACB. As our 3 officials for tonight's game, Miljovic, Han Panther, and Sinan Uskuda, who will have the whistles for today. Mentioning that Jelinek performance in the ACB, scored 6 3-pointers off the bench, and that was really the difference between the two teams on that occasion. But we're in round 4 of the top 16, and we don't have a single quarterfinalist yet. All 14 teams still alive, 14 of the 16 still alive in this competition, have at least 2 wins. 8 of them can book a quarterfinal ticket this week. We might know all the quarterfinals come tomorrow night, or we might know none of them. It's that much of a knife edge going into this round here, as teams try and secure their berth into the final 8. Well, even to winless away from home in the EuroCup this season, 0-7. They've given up 88 points per game in the top 16 on the road, and facing a team that's got 84 or more in 5 of their 7 home games this year. So that'll be the question, is can they defensively do a better job than they have done hitherto in this competition on the road? Because if they don't, and they were to lose, well, it could be out of their hands. If Unicaja wins tomorrow at home against Tofaş, that would be the end of their chances. They need Tofaş to win that game so they can go into that final round with a shot, unless they win here today. If they win here today, then it doesn't matter the result of tomorrow. They will have a chance going in to round 6. Well, the two teams starting to make their way out onto court as we get ready to get things going here. Moussa, Senglin, Todorovic, see in the starting lineup alongside Senglin. And Badalona, Dimitijevic, Buford, Prepelic, Morgan, and Cantor into the starting lineup for Badalona. And we are almost ready to go here in Andorra, as the home team look to sign out of this competition with a victory in front of their fans. And the road side looking for a first away win of the campaign and to ensure themselves a chance of the quarterfinals come next week. And it's Andorra who get the opening possession. Moussa penetrates through, kicks the ball out, and the elbow jumper from Todorovic gets the first points on the board. Dimitijevic brings it forward. Buford dumps it inside. Round it goes, and again Dimitijevic gets it in the corner with the shot clock running down. Buford's going to have to fire up from 3-point range, and he strings it. Perrin Buford getting his team on the board. So that's a reply with 3 of his own, and it ends up in the hands of Klemen Prepelic. Throws it cross court to Dimitijevic, spinning along the baseline. His canter dumping it back, rearranged. Good challenge in the end from Diagne, and that forced the missed shot. Is C, big lane to the basket, and he throws it down with authority. As soon as he caught the ball, only one thing on his mind, taking it right to the hole and slamming it down. Dimitijevic dumps it inside. His canter on the trail. His shot rims out. Sengler. Nice drive. Hard to the hole. Todorovic attacking well. Andorra with a 6-3 lead. No way through. Ball is on the floor. Still nobody's got it. Cantor's able to get his hands on it. And a corner shot from Prepelic, no good. And a foul called in transition. Crosses mid-court. On the baseline, sort of loses it, and a chance to break away. He's trying to create some space for himself, steps underneath, takes the contact, and he will go to the line for 2. Good strong move that at the elbow. Took a little bump. Able to get the shot away. In the end, it comes off the back of the iron. But he'll try and add to his team's tally from the free throw line. Just doesn't seem to go in, apart from that 1 3-point shot. Everything else is bobbled about now. And he gets his first point on the board. Full court press here. Looks like a 2-1-2 zone press. Back into a man-to-man defense is C. Todorovic. And step back. Tough shot, that one, from Moussa. Prepelic down the lane, got caught, goes all of the way the hole, almost made that go. C tried to stop his path to the basket. Got there a little bit late, caught him on the knee. This is the jam from earlier on. His eyes lit up as soon as he caught the ball. As Moussa sits down. you see Nacho Jovet into the game for the first time. Oh, 1 of 2 from the free throw line on both trips. Jovet now looking to drive down the lane. Foul is called. And Cantor. And Jovet will shoot shots on this one. Beat him on the first step, really. One needed some help. Home court roll. Jovet makes the second. 8-5 here, Andorra lead. 3.5 minutes gone in the opening quarter of this top 16 round 4 matchup as Morgan lets fly from 3-point range. Second one of the game for Badalona. Little hook pass round the 3-point line to C. Todorovic with the rebound. Massonet drives the lane and gets the bounce off the back iron. Andorra back in front. Here's Cantor looking to go to work. No way through, stolen away, great hands to pick that out. And thrown back to Senglin in transition. And the foul called on the floor. Franz Massonet, great defense, and then kind of got up in the air, needed a little help. He was able to find it way out on the 3-point line. You see, sitting down, Tyson Perez into the game for the first time. Todorovic inbounds. It's Senglin. Todorovic still with the shot clock ticking down. Great pass! Rolling to the basket is Jovet. Super feed to find him. Dimitijevic penetrates through, finds a little seam in the defense, and finishes underneath the basket. Looking for some room, gets the shot away. The foul is on the floor before the shot. It's off the ball. And it's on Nenad Dimitijevic. Second foul of the game on him in quick succession. You see it's just on the screen there. That's the beautiful pass, look at that. Hooking it round the defender on the bounce pass. There he is again, another great bounce pass, and once again, on the end of it, an easy lay-in for Jovet. It's raised for Prepelic, fires up the 3. Third triple of the game for the visitors. That's what's keeping them in touch here. Round it comes to Senglin, calls for the high screen, going to work with Jovet one way and the other. Might try a third time here. No, he goes alone to the spin. Jovet out on the 3-point line. Good positioning inside from Perez, but I don't know if he thought it was going to go out of bounds. Prepelic fires up the 3 under pressure. Well, I said he didn't have a great shooting night when these two teams last met in this competition. He certainly started out well here today. I think the one thing that helped him is he got to the line a couple of times early on, started to get his juices flowing, gets the scoreboard ticking, and then once that first three went in, the second one wasn't too far behind. Here's Omic into the game and into the low post where he loves to do his work. Look at him backing down with the strength. Double comes, he goes to the hook. Not quite. Perez with the rebound. Todorovic fires up from long range, off the mark. Looked like a little shove there from Joventut, and it's actually a turnover in the end, just through the hands of Prepelic. Well, free-flowing first quarter this. 30 points on the board, pretty evenly split. Nearly 7 minutes gone. Both coaches happy to let it roll. No timeouts as yet. You see into the game Jelinek for the first time. Here's Walker. Joventut squaring up, kicks it back out. Perez down the lane under pressure. Good challenge from Omic, but Tyson Perez was equal to it and able to tie the scores at 16. Foul called on the floor, number 9, signaled by the referee. Joventut. Klemen Prepelic sitting down with 8 points, the game's leading scorer, and that show Joventut, the second top scorer with 6, also gets a breather. Trying to find some space, stepping into the lane, off the glass, off the mark. Omic almost with the rebound, and I think that's a frustration foul there from Chagars with the missed shot, trying to make amends, trying to stop the break as well. Over the limit for this period, so it'll be 2 free throws. Was going to be a substitution. Zegler will go to the line. His feet as well. You can see Hannah there getting his final instructions, having come in and then gone back out. Now he can come back in again. Jeremy Sanglin takes his tally up to 4 and then stolen away by Perez straight away. Here's Hannah's first touch. Thought he was going to fire up a 3 there. Took a little time, worked the pick and roll. Throws it cross court. Diagne setting the high screen, rolling towards the basket. Puts it on the floor. That's an interesting one there, because I think Diagne was thinking about shot there, but because the screen was a little higher than where he would usually set it, as he rolled away from it, he was probably a little closer to the 3-point line than he would normally expect. So he thought, actually, I'll just put it on the floor, which allowed him to draw that foul. And the possibility of getting his first points of the game. His only 8th game of the campaign for Andorra, but he's 13 of 17 from the free throw line. Pretty good numbers for the big center. And he goes 2 of 2 here and puts Andorra up 4 with 2 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Sees a gap, drives down the lane. Oh, it's tipped in. I think Perez actually tipped that in. It looked like an own basket. Well, they would normally give that one to the captain. I'll see where the stats send it, but back into the action. And driving to the basket is Jelinek looking for a foul. And, well, you can see what he thought. Drove hard and got it to go. Didn't get it to go, sorry. Well, they gave homage the score at the other end. And the offensive rebound, probably a little generous. It did look like Perez's hand. Jelinek, ball bouncing a little higher than he was expecting. Perez drives through the lane, trying to get it in at the right end, but didn't quite have enough on that lane. Prepelic backs away, now looking to attack again, drives hard, takes the contact, and it's tipped in, it won't count. I don't think it would have gone in either way. There was a question of whether the net was pulled. I mean, you almost can't impact the basket like that anymore. Not like in the old days where you'd have them hanging out of a ceiling or something. These stanchions are pretty hard to move. Klemen Prepelic looking to become the first player into double figures with 10 points and becoming so. Hannah, shot clock ticking down, lobbing it into Diagne, who jams in the alley-oop. Well, they took their time, but they got the perfect play in the end. Moussa Diagne going hard to the basket. Easy throw down. Oh, first touch. Hello and welcome to the game, Luke Harangodi. Hannah throws it up again. Just couldn't quite time it, but he did the sensible thing, came back down with the ball. Diagne now going to the runner, and that's rearranged. Well, that's another one, is it? Well, I think Perez will get that one, but it looked like another own basket. You almost never see it, and then we almost saw 2 in the same quarter. It's Prepelic. 10 points is more than he got in the entire game when these 2 last met. Harangodi's done it again! Luke Harangodi. Back-to-back threes to end the quarter. Well, he barely even touched the ball before stepping into those 2 threes. And a high-scoring first quarter, 50 points between them. MoraBanc Andorra, 24 to Badalona, 26. Shooting numbers, look at the difference in the 3 points and 2 points. 6 of 7 from long range versus 0 of 5, and 9 of 12 versus 2 of 6. They're doing it in different ways, but it's as effective at either end of the floor. Let's have a look back at the action here in the first quarter in Andorra. And that was first play of the game. got us off to a 3, and this is what we're seeing a lot more of at the other end of the floor, attacking the basket hard. But the three-point shot has been good for Badalona in that first quarter. I have to say, Andorra really getting to the hole well, working the pick and roll very well. And to be fair to Badalona, they have got the basket a few times because they've been to the free throw line as a result of it, but certainly not as much as Andorra have here in the first 10 minutes. Well, only one other game underway today, and that is the game in Trento, where Darüşşafaka lead by 12 at the end of the first quarter, and that is a Group E matchup, and Trento are eliminated. They're one of the two teams alongside Andorra on 0-4. Darüşşafaka need to win that game, and they are winning that game. Everything else in this round taking place tomorrow, including the Unicaja Tofaş game. That's at 20:45 CET in this group. Spin in, drive in, stumbling. Oh, and he's managed to get the roll as well. Well, facing backwards and falling over. Now Nomic with the spectacular layup. Mid-range shot is short from Walker. Long outlet pass to Mangodi. Prepelic, a lot of room for three. He's too good a shooter to be that open. They got away with one there. Only the second three-point miss of the game for Badalona. And that's the sixth three-point miss of the game for Andorra. See, they got hooked arms, and that's where both players say, "It's he hooked me." See, Hannah loses the handle, but is able to keep it alive. Shot clock down to 5 as Jelinek takes a tough shot and knocks down a 3. Prepelic. Nomic on the baseline. Shot doesn't go. Hannah pushing hard and chasing back and committing the foul, Albert Ventura. Again, another difficult 3, but he makes it look easy. David Jelinek with 2 tough 3s. Nomic, look at all the space on the near side of the court. Nomic is there, trying to tip it in. And again, surely not. Oh! he couldn't buy one, but suddenly he's exploded. Driving to the hole, that almost went. It'll be 2 free throws for Lopez Arosti. Look at that, when you're feeling it, aren't you? Just steps into it. And he certainly has been feeling it here in this second quarter. Makes the second of 2 free throws. See. Off the ball foul, Ventura, I think it is. Yeah, 14 shown to the table. He's the man chasing Jelinek. Didn't want him to get an inch of space, ended up grabbing him. Todorovic's 3 doesn't go. Good rebound. Buford. Oh, nice pass. Morgan with the head fake. Steps into 18 feet and knocks it down. Hannah drives in, loads up the alley-oop. Oh my goodness! Bonja C hammers it down over the defender. Prepelic inside to Homage. Kicks it back out. Double thing, but it didn't matter. Knocked down the shot all the same. Ventura. It's going to be a foul. Connor Morgan, the offender. Just riding him across. That for a pass. How about this one? Big alley-oop defender coming. It's Alan Homage as well. But he's rising up high, C, to hammer that one down. Massanet, cross court, C moves it on. Todorovic for 3. So Jelinek seemingly can make them in a minute. Shot clock getting low. Todorovic doesn't see it. Drives in, misses everything. They're able to play. Oh, well covered in the end by Urban. Here he is again. Oh, not quite. That's his first missed triple of the game. Nice pass. Easy lay-in underneath for Cantor. Roll to the basket well. Some feed to get it to him. Penetrates into the free throw line. Rattles in. Another 2. 6 now for Dejan Todorovic. moves it on. You're looking at backing down here. To the fall away. The rebound. He's driving in, and that's a little bit awkward there, the way he landed. He seems okay. If it kind of went underneath him, and they might just question whether this is an unsportsmanlike foul here, the officials. They're just going to have a little conversation about it. Well, you can fully understand why they're having the conversation. It's right on the edge, that one, I think. And it is an unsportsmanlike foul. Are they going to check it? I think they are, yeah. It's just the way he sort of backs underneath him. The original decision is unsportsmanlike. It's the fact there's no play on the ball, and he sort of took his legs out from underneath him with his backside. Watch, he sort of leans into him there. There's no play on the ball. It's more of a hip, isn't it? There. I don't know, I could probably argue either way on that one. But unsportsmanlike is the original decision, so they'll have to see something to change that. Decision, I don't think, is from the officials, because it is right on the borderline. Well, that Group E game is midway through. It's 41 now to Darusha Park, it's 25 to Trento, midway through the second quarter. See what the decision is. It is unsportsmanlike. So 2 in possession here. Free throws, didn't he? First trip to the line for Dejan Todorovic. To inbound. Todorovic going the opposite way for the screen, and the hand checking foul is called on Joel Pahara. He saw the screen, he was expecting him to go the other way. So once again, chance for free throws. second man into double figures alongside Prepelic. Morgan in the corner, just towed the line. Trying to keep it alive on the far side is Hara, but it touched him last. 4:05 to play here in the first half. High-scoring first half, too. 77 points on the board in 16 minutes. It's Andorra who lead by 5. Todorovic into Hannah, moving it on quickly. Joventut trying the reverse lay-in. Dimitijevic penetrates down the line, takes the contact, gets the roll. And he will go to the line. Moussa, the offender. Two-point game now. See, kicks it out. Well, they both ended up on the floor, but after that shot comes out, and there he is, knocking it away at the other end. Nice, beautifully ran inbound play. Ends up with an easy lay-in for Luke Harangodi. And ties the game at 41. Oh, look at the space for C in the corner. Misses everything, though. Prepelic kicks it on. Nice bounce pass inside. That's going to be a foul. As Cantor going to the basket. Ondia C with the arm across, and they're just wondering if this might be a little bit too hard. And a check from all views. Just a regular foul, but they are going to check it. Well, again, similar to the last one, it's on the edge, this, which is why they wanted to be sure what they thought first before going and having a look at the screen. In the old days, this was a no layup foul. But nowadays, it's just about, if you're not on the ball and you just leave it a little bit longer, it's about how long did he grab the arm to make sure he pulled it away and couldn't score. I think the referees have got that one right. I think they're the right side of the line there. And that's going to be a regular foul. That was my gut on the last one, they got it right. And it's my gut on this one, they got it right. Let's see. No, it is an unsportsmanlike. So they overrule it. So it'll be 2 in possession. So it's a player from either side with an unsportsmanlike to their name. Cantor misses the first free throw. And the second, 0 of 2. Prepelic spins into a 3. Offensive rebound. Hunter thought about it, decides to pass it up, and it was a good idea. As that's an 8th three-pointer of the half for Joventut. Para with his first. Bizarre shooting here in the first half for Joventut. They made 8 3-pointers, 7 2-pointers, and 6 1-pointers. Not too many games where you end up with more threes than anything else. But at the minute they have. Todorovic becomes the game's leading scorer with 11 and a perfect 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Easy for me to say. Free throw line. He sits down, and Jelinek, who is his team's second high scorer, comes back in. And I think that counter got a little tip on that. I think he'll end up with the points rather than Prepelic. He did. Diagne driving through, gets the ball back. Shot clock very low here, needs to go up. And it's just thrown, hopefully. It hit the ring, so the ball is live. Not too much that Clevin could do with that. Almost turned over, is turned over. Diagne stumbling though. Manages to get it back to Clevin. And he's going to fire up from long range. Short. Cross court. And a rare missed three-pointer. 8 of 12 now from three-point range. Almost out in the corner. Gody with the rebound. Only the second missed triple of the game from Jelinek. Closing in at on half-time. 43-46. 40 seconds to play. Joventut with the lead in the ball. Prepelic wants a counter, gets the head fake, goes up, can't convert. Diagne managed to avoid a foul there. Not easy when you jump quickly down court. Jelinek is there. And he's been doing his damage from the three-point line. That's his first 2 of the game. He's into double figures. And he's cut the gap to 1. And with almost the entire half gone by, we've got our first timeout of the game to try and come up with a play here before halftime.
Come on, get him! Free throw under the rim. Come on! Hey, Klemen, Abdul, estamos ganando. Solo corremos. Stop! Play fish! Prepelic, Mantino! Yeah! Only one offense. Be careful, press. Neno. A pilota. Klemen. Joel. Connor. Lo. low. Klemen, bloquea Joel que corre. ¿Vale? Y vienes a buscar el balón. Connor, skip for low. Okay. Connor, go here. Okay.
Inside our teams.
Vale. Neno.
Well, Cantor hearing about it in the beginning of the timeout, missed free throws, missed one under the basket. And then drawing up a play with 0.1 of a second difference between shot and game clock. So they can take this one right down to the buzzer. Never too far from the phone, just in case. Well, he drew up a press break. Looked like an obvious press right now from Andorra. You can see they've wandered out there, and Morgan's go, wait, who am I screening if they're not pressing? So 26.7 left. Mooring it down to, I don't know, about 6 or 7. Depends how long the play is. Actually, they go a little early. That one's on the floor, but it's the team's 5th. So it will be 2 free throws. I think he caught Klemen by surprise there. I think he went a little earlier than Klemen was expecting. And that's why he had to commit the foul via Klemen. Because he just was thinking he's going to wait a couple more seconds to be later in the clock. And they get 2 points out of it, but there is time the other way. And they're going to make a substitution here, defensive one. Prepelic didn't realize he was the one coming off. They're going to place it full court now, though. Joventut. But it is into Klemen. Jelinek dumps it down and shoved in on the half-time buzzer by Moussa. Ran it to perfection. Diagne wanted a foul as well. Great bounce pass. Diagne going over everybody. Everybody welcome to this poster. Well, what a great first half that was. Plenty of offense, doing it in different ways. Threes at one end, jams at the other.
Maybe Joventut came back after every single advantage from your side. What do you think to do? What do you have to do to avoid this?
I mean, we have to stay more solid. They got 48 points. It's a lot to play in our home court. We give them also a lot of fouls to put them on the free throw line. So that's also easy points for them. So we have to try to be a little bit better in defense, and we can go through them.
Well, I think both coaches will be talking about defense at halftime, given the score 47-48.
Klemen, it's been a very tight first half. Tell us about how can you make the difference in the second one?
Yeah, as you said, the result is very tight because we know each other very well. I think we have a little lack of energy. We are the team that has something to play for, and we have to prove this on the court.
Well, I'll be amazed if the coaches aren't talking defense at halftime, because at the interval, it's MoraBanc Andorra 48, Joventut Badalona 47. I did that the wrong way around, didn't I? 47 Andorra, 48 Joventut. Well, helps if you can read the score, doesn't it? But look at the difference. 8 3-pointers, 8 2-pointers, 8 free throws from Joventut, and most of it coming from inside for Andorra with the 13 two-point field goals. Here's a look back at the highlights from the first half. And you will see from here a lot of clips like that versus a lot of clips like this. Team getting to the basket. And an interesting contrast in that first half. They did knock a few long-range shots down, but not too many at MoraBanc. Just the 3 from David Jelinek in that explosive minute or two. It's they've had some good looks, though, it's fair to say. And once Prepelic gets going, it's tough to stop. But if they can keep getting to the basket like this, they'll very much be in with a shot here. Nothing between these two teams. And as Prepelic said at halftime, there's plenty for them to play for. They need to win this game to make sure that they go into next week with a chance. If they lose, it's out of their hands, goes down to tomorrow's game, to hope that they get the result they want and still have a chance of a quarterfinal berth next week. For Andorra, it's about signing off in style, and he's certainly been doing it in style, and so too Diagne at the basket. C and Diagne loving a big dunk here in the first half. And that is how we stand here at the interval in Andorra. 47-48 in favor of Joventut.
Viola, Hunter, driving his weaves back to Hunter, behind the back, Richie in the corner, and Bologna firing on all cylinders. It's all working. If it's Hunter showing the flash on the offensive end with the behind the back pass.
Slicing through, but getting rejected was Webster by Alex Tyus.
Diaz with a takeaway, what a play! It sets up a transition score, he settles for 3, and back-to-back 3-pointers buried by Alberto Diaz. The 2017 EuroCup MVP coming up big in the fourth quarter here on home court. Clevin Hannah rotates it to Perez. Perez with the shovel pass right into the numbers of Todorovic. Good help, D. Beautiful cut down the lane, though, and that is how to play a screen and roll.
Pass inside, rejected by Lekade. No, picked up again. Miles Bassage got back. Fast break is on, sent back. Beautiful layup. Ricky Paulding with the dunk flourish finish. The setup was so good as well. Colin wants it under pressure, far side up against Chuck Korkmans. Backing him down. Help defense from Poitres there, if and when required. Lovely pass. Poitres gets back and swats it against his own backboard.
Gentile into the paint, slips it down low, and that is swatted away by Fitz Hunter. Oh boy!
Oh, upstairs from Gornic, and Mosley slams it down. Watch out below. As Gornic and Mosley combine. Almost gets taken out by Doran Lamb, but it just adds to the spectacular nature of the alley-oop. That's a huge throw down from Ricky Paulding. That was a get rid of some frustration throw down right there. From the Oldenburg veteran.
rotation around the perimeter. Nice cut down the lane and the finish once again. Upstairs it goes on the lob. Oh, terrific finish by Mavro Kefalidis. A below the rim alley-oop completed. Strong move by Lepovi. Off balance J is tipped home. Prometheus Patra's points coming from the red hot hand of Lucas Mavrokiafalidis. Mavrokiafalidis for three. I don't think there's any doubt about that one. All 7 of the fourth quarter points from Prometheus Patras have come from this man. What a terrific performance by Lucas Mavrokiafalidis.
There's Paulding, the veteran, of course, the man who's been here seemingly forever. Sent back, beautiful layup. Ricky Paulding with the dunk flourish finish. Paulding goes for the little flipper, and it's another perfectly executed play. There's Paulding again off a Mahal Basic feed. That's a huge throw down from Ricky Paulding. Mahal Basic sends it inside, beautiful. Paulding will take the layup. So not only do they get the W, they get the tiebreaker as well.
Three-pointer fired, and this time it is drilled on the line drive tray from Mavrokiafalidis, who has started this game hot. By Lucas Mavrokiafalidis from 2-point territory and now from 3-point territory. He moves to 27 points in the game and he gives his team more breathing room once again.
To the far side it goes, 3-point shot will go for Aaron Harrison, a couple for him already. Harrison recovers, has a look at the rim and does what Aaron Harrison does. Harrison, he's automatic. Aaron Harrison can't miss right now. Here's Aaron Harrison, he's been doing it all night long. Aaron Harrison with his 7th from 3-point range.
Pass from the veteran Paris Aramis. That'll love it him. Hermes read the pass, found Brown with the quarterback pass who threw it down.
intensity and defense must be the things to improve in this second half.
Definitely, our level of pressure on the ball is very low, and we are missing energy on defense. If we recover it, we're going to have chances to win.
Well, no surprise. Defense, the question, and defense, the answer.
To improve in this second half to keep the pace of the match.
Defense one-on-one, defense the pick and roll, and try to defend better the calls. Every time Andorra play very easy after pin down, try to pass for the shooter or try to pass for the big man. But 20 minutes more is possible, improve, sure.
Thank you.
And again, no surprise. Defense. I think one of the interesting stats you kind of overlook in a game like this is 5 turnovers between them. 1 for Andorra and 4 for Joventut. And sometimes you can say, oh, teams they only turn the ball over once, taking good care of the ball, but also some of that is about how well the other team is defending. And well, you just don't get too many games at this level of basketball where it's 47-48 at half-time. And yes, they've made 8 3-pointers, Joventut. And yes, MoraBanc made 12 of 12 from the free throw line, so that helps the scoring. But some of it is about what you've given up. And from Joventut's perspective, they've allowed them to get to the basket too easy, and the other way, they've given them some easy 3-point shots. Still got to make them 8 of 12, but probably given up a couple of open ones that they might want back, Andorra, in terms of how they covered it. And I'm sure we'll see a different level of defense in the second half. And you wonder whether one team or the other will come out with a little bit more fire in the first minute or two. You always think those first 2 or 3 minutes just after half-time, these are really coaches' minutes, and how they've impacted on what they want their teams to do, what tweaks they might have made at the break, particularly when it comes at the defensive end. Can either of these teams start out with a 10-2 or an 8-0 run, which will really blow the game open, because there hasn't been much of a lead either way in this game. So high scoring that even the early leads weren't that big. 4 and 5 points, the biggest lead for either side. And instantly Hannah coming across and committing the foul, trying to deny the way to the lane a little more than they did in the first half. Obviously, he came off the bench in the first half, and he's starting here in the second. And this guy started the game at the free throw line and is continuing to get there. And he's got 12 and leads all scorers alongside Todorovic. Here's Hannah. Space for Walker. Let's fly from 3-point range. And they were 3 of 16 in the first half, but they've made their first of the second and tied the game up at 50. Well, under pressure, and you can see it's backcourt violation, but you can see the way they've jumped out at the ball on the first 2 defenses, the changes that have been made from Andorra. It's a backcourt, so the ball's in the front court, which of course is a 14-second shot clock. This is always the one where I think sometimes players forget, and it gets a bit late in the shot clock, a bit quick like this, and you've got to go with a nice shot like that at the end of it. Walker, under no time pressure, he knocked it down, knew exactly where he was in the shot clock. Dimitijevic around the screen. That's going to be on Hannah. Dimitijevic looking for some help. Prepelic. Shot clock late. He's going to fire from miles out. And that's an easy rebound from Moussa. And another three-pointer. And David Walker has come out hot. And suddenly, Andorra have equaled up the biggest lead of the game for either team. Just a little fake pass to throw the defender away, give himself some room, and he knocks down the second
Every time with Klemen.
three in quick succession. He didn't get a timeout till the last 30 seconds in the first half. Here's one early in the second.
Come back. I cannot pass here. It's impossible. If we don't have players here, I cannot pass. And turn and pass. If he's here, I cannot pass. But every time. Allen, it's with the pick every time. 4 down. Allen. Albert. Look. Klemen open. Screen. Pass. Escape for Klemen hand off. But try to prove it different. All these guys.
Well, out come the two teams from the timeout. And I said if anybody can make a bit of a run at the start, and it's Andorra who've done it 8-2 to open up the first 2 minutes of this third quarter. It has been improved defense that's allowed them to go 8-2, as well as the Walker threes at the other end. Resets himself very close to the basket this time around, has to kick out again, and it's going to be a foul on the rebound. I think it's on Walker. Just trying to ease Luke Harangodi out of the way. So it's just sort of, it's not really a box out there. Dimitijevic. Cross court. Prepelic. Shot doesn't go. And slightly out of control. And I was talking about how few turnovers there were in the first half. There's a couple early on here in the second. Trying to avoid the offensive foul, losing the ball. Dimitijevic stumbling over the pressure from Hannah and throwing the ball away. And you can just see, it's only a little bit, but Andorra have turned up the heat defensively, and it's just combobulated the Badalona offense. Remember, Badalona need this win. They could go out of contention tomorrow if they don't win here today. Hannah driving to the basket, draws the foul, he'll go to the line. Makes it the biggest margin either team have led by. We're going to do that again, are we? I think Ventura might have been the one he went into earlier, or is it Omic? My gut feeling was Ventura, but they don't point it obviously enough. And Hannah makes them pay, whoever it was stepped in the lane too soon. Dimitijevic. Prepelic, he doesn't need much room, does he? Ventura gets the long rebound and just out of bounds. He's looking at his feet, but it was the other one for Luke Harangodi. It was his right foot rather than his left, I think, that went out of bounds. Hannah lobs up the alley-oop, right on the money. The perfect pass is jammed in by David Walker. Oh, he's exploded here with 8 points in the blink of an eye in the third quarter. Omic driving in. Perez on the rotation commits the foul. I mean, this was so close to the basket. He only had to drop it in. At the free throw line, some much needed points here if he can get them. And this is the first. They've been outscored 12-2 in the first 3 minutes here of the second half. They really need these freebies. Tyson was in too early. They're going to take that again. Missed them all. Oh, Harangodi, though, cleans it up. Well, it's never been Omic's greatest strength free throw shooting. But Luke Harangodi there to help his teammate out and get some points on the board. It's a carry, palming the ball. Went to pick it up. Watch here. Well, it's just a bit of a weird dribble, wasn't it? Well, you just think a box out, a rebound, and you don't turn it over. Could be a double-figure lead, but if they go and score here, they get it right back down. The one thing you would say about Andorra is they're racking up the fouls here in this quarter. That's them over the limit now in under 4 minutes. So they have stepped up. Sometimes coaches don't mind fouls because at least you're trying to play some defense. They're never big fans of that type of foul, little hand check 30 feet from the basket, but it shows. I've seen coaches go nuts at teams when they've not committed any fouls because they say they're not trying hard enough defensively. But this is a little bit early to be getting into the penalty, particularly when the other team are struggling to score, because they can get the scoreboard ticking from the free throw line. Here's Hannah off the mark for three. A little early in the shot clock maybe for that. Nice pass. Oh, good block though from Joventut. Hannah in transition. Still going. Kicks it out to the corner. Joventut at the offensive end. Comes all the way back out to him. Hannah driving in. Tosses it up high. Nothing on the end of it for him. Ventura dumps it down low to Omic. Spinning. He leaves it a long way short as well. And there's Harangodi again on the rebound, screaming for a foul. Nice pass. Perez misses the layup. Oh, my. Well, he rearranged the shot for fear of Omic blocking it, but then he missed it. Omic, he makes no mistake underneath. And a comedy of errors there, which results in Omic laying it in, and they seem to have righted the ship a little bit here. Badalona, and a timeout has been called.
Preocúpate del puto rebote defensivo en el tiro libre. De eso hay que preocuparse. De eso. Vamos. Aquí. Con Franz. No podemos, You see how we press the ball? How we press the ball? Okay. And if you are tired and you cannot push the ball, get rid of it and they might push it. But I don't want you to walk on the ball. Be intelligent. We have bonus now, We have bonus now. On offense, play two side flash. Two side flash. Two side flash. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Nice kiss count. Well, home fans certainly enjoyed the first couple of minutes of this second half, not so much the last couple. Midway through the third quarter, Andorra with possession and the lead. 3 points separating themselves from Badalona here. Sengling. Diagne setting the high screen. Here's C. Penetrating the lane, trying to find a way through. There's no room pass. Big Alan Omic. Oh, nice outlet pass. Haran Godi on the end of it, lays it in. It's a 1-point game. Omic is pushed to the floor, and C's going to be called for the foul. And it'll be 2 free throws because the ball was in the air, so no possession. And as I say, they're already over the limit. And Godi sits down. He's certainly made an impact in this quarter. He's got 12.6 rebounds in only 15 minutes of play. Although 2 of his points came off Omic's missed free throws, and he's not there to help him out this time around. Well, it says 0 of 3 on the stat sheet for Alan Omic. He's actually 0 of 5 because he's had 2 retakes for stepping in too early. The rebounders are keen because they think they're going to get a shot at it. They're going in too quick. And that's tipped away, so he's 0 of 4, plus a couple of misses that were retaken. Struggling from the free throw line. Zengler. Locked up again. This time Omic is wise to it, tips it away. Prepelic in transition. Bumped off the ball. Walker, nice movement mid-court, goes all the way, loses it. Just slipped out of his hands. Unfortunately for him, it bounces off Nacho Jova and out of bounds. Well, he was thinking about which cameraman was going to get the best shot of his poster there, and he forgot to take the ball with him. See, mid-range from Zengler, which Omic pours off the rim. Buford gets it back again. Stumbling through the lane, and that little stutter forced him into a travel. Walker, who got hot early in this third quarter, sits down, replaced by Jelinek, who was on fire in the second. Todorovic, knocked away by Buford. Kicks it out, man down, so an easy shot in the end for Todorovic. Defender, I don't know if he tripped or what, but he was wide open. Dimitijevic through the lane, draws a contact. Bonus shot coming. Well, perhaps the most significant difference now in the game, as Andorra have hit a couple of threes now in the second half, is this, the free throw shooting. 14 of 14 Andorra, and 9 have been missed at this end of the floor, although not by that man. He's a perfect 4 of 4. And now 13 of 22. You missed 9 free throws in a 1-point game. It's a hold on the roll. Exuberantly enjoyed here. So he's just not allowing Moussa Diagne to roll to the basket. Diagne squares up off the glass. Nice shot, banking it in. Dimitijevic working with Homage, going alone, and he kisses one in off the window. Quick attack, but not quite for Jeremy Senglin. He'll have to go to the free throw line instead. Just a change of pace, and Nenad Dimitijevic couldn't quite keep up with him, just rocked on his heels for a moment. Homage been very active around the glass, but not very effective, because when he's drawn fouls, he's not been able to turn them into points. He sits down, replaced by Karen Panther. Still, they continue to pile in on the free throw line. 16 of 16 for Andorra in this game. They lead by 3. Chance to tie it. In and out. Panther with the offensive rebound. And he puts it back to make it a 1-point game. Whoa! Todorovic will claim that's a pass later. He lost it behind his back. See clock getting very low. Oh, another one losing it on the spin, and Senglin didn't have a teammate to bail him out this time. Minute to play in the third. Scoring pace has slowed just a little bit in this period, but the defense has certainly stepped up a bit more. Again, late in the shot clock here, Dimitijevic has to heave, and good work to pull that one in. Looked like it might have just been out of the reach of Parra, but he was able to get a fingertip on it and pull it in. Cantor putting it on the floor, driving all the way to the basket, and he makes no mistake at the rim. Badalona are back in front with an offense to go here in this third quarter. Started so well for Andorra, but with a few ticks left, it's 19 points apiece in this period. Jelinek trying to free himself with some space, gets it to Diagne for the long two, and the big man strokes it, and Andorra will go into the fourth quarter with the lead, thanks to that man's shot right at the end of the quarter. Well, it started really well for the home team, but a good recovery in the end from Joventut, and there is still almost nothing to separate these two teams through three periods here in Andorra. And these are the two main protagonists. Dejan Todorovic with 15 points, Klemen Prepelic with 14 points. Both have got to the line well today as well. 68-67 the score as we take a look back at the third quarter highlights. Well, it was David Walker who was the highlight of the first few minutes of the third period, getting it done from all angles, and he helped his team out to a 12-2 start to this period, and the biggest lead of the game for either side. But it didn't last very long. And Badalona were able to regain themselves and find a way back into the game. And Harangodi was certainly impactful in that comeback. And it's why we go into the fourth quarter with nothing to choose between these two teams. Just a 1-point differential. Remember, Andorra playing for pride here, trying to finish off their home campaign in the 7 days EuroCup with a first victory in the top 16. Having gone through the regular season so well, there's 5 wins in a row to finish it out, 7-3. They were second in their group. And you thought they're going to make a real charge at it here. They had some momentum, but it wasn't to be. A few close losses, and suddenly they can't make it to the quarterfinals. But they can sign off with a win. But if they are to win, then Badalona's hopes of a quarterfinal berth suddenly lengthen. And Badalona, of course, haven't won on the road all season in the EuroCup. At times they look like they might come today, but they're behind as we start the fourth. A nice pass, good double pump from Diagne. Couldn't quite get it to go. He slaps the floor in frustration, but he will go to the line for two. Remember, if Joventut don't win today, then they have to hope that Malaga drop their first home defeat of the season tomorrow when they play Tofaş Bursa. If Bursa wins, they will not be able to go through. Unless they can find a way of winning this game. Diagne becomes the first player on his team to miss a free throw, 16 of 17. And he makes immediate amends. It doubles the lead to 2. Cantor at the elbow. Prepelic driving hard to the hole. And once again, he will go to the free throw line. He's already made 5 trips. And he's about to go again. Eight of 10 in the 5 previous trips to the free throw line. He's had half his team's free throws, or he will have at the end of these 2. And a chance to tie the game at 69. And a chance taken, and we're level again. Heavy afterwards. So an unsportsmanlike foul has been called. The interesting question is whether they deem that as a separate offence to the original foul, because there was a whistle for the push and then he slaps down, or whether that's all the same foul. I think that's what the chat is about, not whether it's an unsportsmanlike or not, but whether it's 2 fouls and not 1. That's what they've called. I think they've called 2. Well, could be a costly one, this. He's got 2 fouls there, so he's up to 4 personal. And Jelinek goes 1 of 2. The first foul deemed to be on the floor, so there's only 2 free throws. I thought for a second they might give him 4 free throws for the 2 fouls, but the first one was deemed to be on the floor, so it's 2 in possession. Tough shot. Good work from Omic and Moussa Diagne, quick to help him back to his feet, having helped him to his backside. Getting himself a breather. 8:50 to go. Prepelic. Inside to Omic. Trying to feed it out to the corner, but it's stolen away. Todorovic, oh, just a little bit behind. And a thumbs up given from Jelinek for the idea rather than the execution. Nice pass. Prepelic cutting to the basket, lays it in for two. Good assist from Dragard. Although he commits the foul immediately. Jelinek bumped Ventura on the floor. Fourth foul, 2 minutes into the fifth foul, in fact. 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. It's a dangerous position to be in a close game, to be sending the other team to the free throw line for 8 minutes, particularly when they are 18 of 20 from the line today. Is one of the two players to have missed a free throw today, but he doesn't on that occasion. Ties the game at 71. And he does make both of them. The lead swaps hands once more. Dimitijevic drives in, lobs it to Omic. Easy finish for big Alan Omic, served up on a plate from Dimitijevic. Moussa working the pick and roll. Todorovic. Moussa, he lets fly from long range, off right, pushing the back. On the rebound, Morgan called for it. 2 free throws coming. This is the problem. You can see, great. It almost looks like he's the defensive player there. See the way he's boxing out. This is the problem when you get into foul trouble so early, and that's why, as well as the issue at Cape to Canter, but those 2 fouls on the same play help bump them into this. This could hurt them. See, goes 1 of 2 though. Long rebound, they get an offensive bounce there. Comes all the way out to Todorovic, so a new 14. That's a long, long 3. Omic flying in there to grab that rebound. Dimitijevic driving through the lane, a little short. Joventut there for the rebound. That was good from Omic, just got in the way, didn't commit a foul. And Moussa with the hand on there. Well, that's them up to 14 fouls. Could be a lot of free throws here down the stretch. Mind you, there's been 48 already. Well, in that Group E game, Darüşşafaka needed to win. They did win. They won handily as well, 95-74. Joventut need to win here. Oh, Omic there, one-handed rebound. And he was unable to get it away properly. Here's Walker. And he misses everything. Prepelic, Omic, nice ball movement, and a corner three, stroked by Lopez Arosti. Oh, that's a push from Prepelic. And shoving Nacho Lovett out of the way, and again, free throws. That technical warning there, I think. I'm not sure what for. It's almost like he was pointing to the other end of the floor. He's getting a long explanation for it. Well, the free throw shooting suddenly deserting Andorra. They were 16 of 16. They're 5 for their last 9. Dimitijevic. Prepelic is going to let fly. Tough shot. And Moussa flying from the top of the key gets the rebound. Go to work at the offensive end, creates himself a shot, misses it. Omic can only get a glove on it, knocks it out of bounds. Prepelic sits down. Coming back in for C. Jelinek. He's trying to get an inch of room. They're not giving him any. Here's Walker. Jelinek, he has got a bit of space now. And doesn't quite get the roll, but Tyson Perez is there to tip it in. Omic with the handoff. Dimitijevic on the floor. But that is the 4th now on Andorra. Dimitijevic penetrates in, head fake, dumps off to Omic, who knew there wasn't long on the clock, and he got the ball out of his hands quickly and into the basket. Joventut backing in the lead. That's the net. Driving the lane, Omic comes and throws it away, but the foul down on the body. Nenad Dimitijevic. Again, free throws. (22 of their 76 points already come from here. Suddenly, the ring's got a bit smaller in the fourth quarter. It's now the 5th miss, which isn't that many, but when you go from 16 of 16 and then suddenly miss 5 in the fourth quarter. I think one of them was in the third, to be fair. Here's Homage. Dimitijevic gets into the paint and finishes at the rim. He's up to 14. Very effectively going about his business. Oh, he slipped. Needs some help. Gets it from Tyson Perez, who has to fire up the 3. And they will let that one go out of bounds. They didn't want to take the risk there, Lopez, of accidentally dropping it out of bounds. And a timeout has been called. And these two teams have been inseparable all game, and that remains the case here in the fourth quarter. Neither team really had much of a lead to speak of. Who will have the momentum to take to the buzzer and win this game? Still hard to tell from here. Both have got players capable of coming up with big plays. And these two leading the way. Prepelic with 18 despite shooting 25% from the floor. He's managed to get to the free throw line. That's been the key. And Todorovic has also got to the line a little bit. Not so much in the second half. Half fairly whizzed by. There was one timeout just before the end of the first half. There were some free throws. The second half has been slightly more drawn out because of the fact we've been to the line more than 50 times. There's still 3:36 to go, and both teams in the bonus, so it could still come down to who holds their nerves from the stripe. Let's see if they can win it in open play. Nope, they're going to win it from the free throw line because the foul called off the ball. 45 fouls in total. Andorra unusually hasn't been to the free throw line. Most everybody else has. And he makes them both, and 5 points feels like a big lead in this game. It shouldn't be in an 82-77 contest, but it feels bigger than ordinarily because of how close this game has been throughout. Hannah trying to find some space in the lane, has to shoot over Homage, which is not easy to do, but he's able to knock down the shot. Prepelic barreling his way through, and well, he's certainly been to the free throw line today, and he's about to head there again. Of 13 from the free throw line. He's made 1 2-pointer, he's made 2 threes, and he's made 12 foul shots for his 20 points. to Walker. Blocking foul, Ventura. And his game is done. Walker with 10 points hasn't been to the free throw line yet. And he misses his first attempt. Unbelievable. The free throw shooting is just dissipating away. These two teams might end up on the same percentage by the end of it, which was unthinkable earlier on. Sits down. So Diagne back into the fray. Homage with a handoff to Prepelic. Shot clock down to 5. Regards fires up long 2, just towed the line, doesn't matter anyway. Jang with the rebound. Hannah, little stop and go, kicks out. Walker, foul called off the ball. Prepelic. Protest. The referee's not going to change his mind. 2 important ones here with 2 minutes to go for Diagne. Make that 4 or 5 for the ball game. 75% on the season, which is up on his career average. Needs this one. He'll cut it to 2. And makes it. 2 minutes to play, 2-point ball game. Badalona must win. They're leading, but only just. Dimitijevic, they haven't won on the road all season. It's a big offense for them, and there's a chance. Oh! Swiped away at the rim by Moussa. A huge defensive play from Diagne. And that's really lifted the crowd. Hannah for 3. And it could have been a 4-point deficit. It's a 1-point lead. You just knew that when they came up with the defensive stop, something good was going to happen at the other end. And they certainly took that momentum down court.
Klemen. Look here and after Xavi ready to receive the ball. Klemen, buscar de uno. ¿Vale? Look, 45. Look, vale, Xavi. Vale, pass here, try to hand off.
Oh, this one looks like an easy layup. No, get that away. Not around here. Moussa flying in there to to throw that one back. A big defensive stop for his team. And the flag is flying. So now, with 86 seconds remaining in the game, Badalona, clinging on to their quarterfinal hopes, have got to somehow regain the lead, trailing by 1. It's into Prepelic. Prepelic to Omic. Oh, not quite, but an offensive rebound. Prepelic with the save. Dimitijevic moves it on. Lopez for 3, and he hits! Well, they had one look in the corner, it didn't go, but the second one did. And I think it was just a little delay in the clock there, was there? Referee and Panther has gone to the table just to check something. I think she noticed the clock wasn't quite running. Or maybe it was a shot clock issue, was it? I don't know. Well, a bit of extra tension to add to the drama here. 3-pointers at either end, and we're back to where we were. And they've sorted the clock issue. 57. Reads. Possession in the backcourt. They just came up with one big play through this man. Can they come up with another now? Diagne setting the screen, rolling to the basket, but runs into trouble and travels with it. Well, they stood him up, and he had nowhere to go but down. It's a good step across from Harangodi. Omic came in with the help. And you can see Harangodi was the first one to make the call. The referee agreed. So, 48 seconds. Got to trust your defense here, down only 2. But they need a stop, Andorra. This could be the one here. If you can run 24 seconds and come up with a score at the end of it, Badalona's away day blues might be over. Dimitijevic around the screen, turns the corner, kicks it out. Oh, great work from Harangodi to tip it back out. Surely they're gonna play defense still. There's about 14 seconds between shot and game. Prepelic drives in, tosses it up, and Diagne, going after the block, commits the foul. And this is not the guy you want to send to the free throw line. He's driven in. Diagne couldn't get to the height of the ball and connected on the body. And having gone 12 of 14, he has 2 shots to give his team a cushion here of 2 possessions. This is the one. Oh, he's missed it! Diagne with the rebound, so they can tie here, Andorra. Diagne. Oh, and Omic commits the foul. Not a bad foul, that. Not a bad foul. 8.8 seconds to go. He was worried that Walker might get open. So he just pushed him into Walker, and it sent Diagne to the free throw line. Of course, he can only shoot 2 here. So they'll, barring an offensive rebound, have the lead. Diagne. Does he miss the second on purpose? He's got to make the first either way. It's 5 of 6 today. There's probably enough time. What's he doing? It'll be interesting. I think he's going to miss. There's probably enough time for foul still. 8.8. Make it foul. I think he might be trying to miss here. No, he's not. He's making the right move now. 8.8 seconds to go. That's the right move. Make the free throw. Commit the foul. Too much of a gamble on an offensive rebound. With 8.8, that's a lot of time. Just got to take a quick foul. And you'll still have another go at it. Well, no real slowing in the pace of scoring, is there? A little bit less in the second half than the first.
Screen. Okay. Connor, under the ring. Klemen, ven a buscar rápido el balón. Xavi, aquí, cerca. Go. Vale. ¿Me puedes mover, Neno? Cuando nos pasamos el balón, I don't want to see the ball here. 4 lines every time.
Try to escape. Try to escape.
No, come here.
Vamos, tíos.
¿Te puedes mover, Neno?
Try to escape.
Oh, here we go then, 8.8. Interesting, choosing not to advance the ball. Gives them more space to work in. Of course, you can run the baseline, which you couldn't do if you advance the ball, but dangerous if you lose it in the backcourt. Only up 1. Prepelic gets in. He wants to run some time here. And he let 2.2 go there before the foul was committed. Well, for the 9th time today, he's at the free throw line. 13 of 16. Trying to make it a 3-point. Oh, he's missed the first! So whatever happens, there's a chance to win or tie. 6.6. Prepelic makes the second, and a timeout called. Well, well, well. Who would have thought that? So, 6.6, and Andorra have a chance to tie or win. But what do they go to? Surely you go to the basket, try and tie the game. If you get an open 3, that's, you take that, but go to the basket, you might get a foul. You could win the game from the free throw line with an and 1. Let's see if we can see what it is.
Levin, Moussa, y Tyson. ¿Vale? That's Clevin. Both. Okay? DJ. You first. Clevin. Here. Get the ball. And now, all get. All I did. Okay? All I did.
Well, from what I could see, looked like 2 back screens. Somebody running to the corner. I couldn't work out who that was, but looks like Clevin Hannah coming up to the ball, and then him making a play by the looks of it. I think it might be Jelinek going to the corner as the outlet. So if Hannah can't make it or they can't get it to him, yeah, it looks like two back screens, Jelinek to the corner and Hannah up top, trying to make a play with 6.6 seconds to go. Here we go then, comes down to this. It's into Hannah. Hannah to win it for three! He's nailed it with 2.5 seconds to go! Unbelievable shot from Clevin Hannah! But there is still time. There's no timeouts, but there is still time. Substitutions being made, I think. Is that? Here we go. 2.5 to come up with a game winner. Prepelic and Dimitijevic in the backcourt. It's into Dimitijevic from inside his own half. No! And Andorra have won! Andorra with the drama of the buzzer from Hannah to win it. Well, they can go through to the next stage, but their final home game has yielded a victory in the most dramatic of circumstances, under all sorts of pressure. He found the bottom of the string, the little step back to create some space, but boy, what a shot from Clevin Hannah. And for Joventut Badalona, wow, their quarter-final hopes may have just gone there. They need a victory tomorrow for Todorovic to keep them alive, but for Andorra, they've signed off in style at home. They can't get through, but they have at least got a win on the board for their home fans.
What a tight,
tremendous win. Let's hear from Coach.
Yes, well, we follow our plan about distribution of minutes. We didn't want to overload anyone, but we didn't want to lose the competitiveness. And happy because it was a tight game. We get the win at the end, and well, now let's wait for 1 month to play the last one in EuroCup.
Small details decided the match at the end.
Yeah, I think that those two long rebounds they grabbed could be definitely, but in a game when we didn't have good goals from free throw, we got the chance to win because they missed Prepelic one. So this is basketball.
This indeed is basketball. When it looked like the game had gone from them, some missed free throws opened the window. You still got to make the play, and this guy did.
The latest second and did make a good result.
Definitely, man. All my teammates, we believe that we can win. We lost our first game against them there, a tough loss for us that kind of killed our EuroCup chances. So today we wanted to come out and compete all the way for 40 minutes.
And you needed this kind of win for you, for the team growing, for the fans, for everything, no?
Definitely. This win is big for us because we're trying to get better every day. For the ACB, we're going into the Burgos game next weekend, so it's big for us. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, a tremendous game, particularly for the fans who've turned out here. They knew their team couldn't get through, but they've turned out and they've been treated to a truly dramatic finish. Not quite on the buzzer, but close enough. And selfies all round. And of course, his big block as well. There was that opportunity, and then Hannah went down the other end and hit a three that gave them the lead. They could have been down 4, they ended up 1. And then it came down to the final play, and what a final play at the Andorra end of the floor. It's finished here. MoraBanc Andorra 90, Joventut Badalona 89. A dramatic win for the home team. Well, let's look back. The numbers really pick the bones out. Look at all the free throws, 66 of them. And in the end, it was a missed free throw that was probably decisive, and that 8th three-pointer from Andorra. They hadn't shot the ball very well, but they came up, particularly Hannah, with a couple of big ones down the stretch. So let's take a look back at some of the plays of this game, and there were plenty of highlight plays at both ends of the floor. Some big shots made, big dunks, great attacking with the basket in the first half from Andorra. And the second half, perhaps not quite as free-flowing with the free throws, but when it came down to it, big players making big plays, and that's what decided the game. And those two certainly very much part of that at both ends of the floor. Homage as well, definitely had a big impact while he was out there. And really, neither team managed to pull away. You'd always had the feel of a game that would come down to the final minute or so and who could make the last shot of the game. And in the end, it did come down to who made the last shot. David Walker had a great spell in the third quarter where he was scoring in every different way you can imagine. And at that point, it looked like Badalona were in trouble, but they came right back and they had their chances, particularly through Prepelic, mainly from the free throw line, got most of his points there, but they were able to keep it ticking and got themselves back in front, having trailed early on. But this one was the first of two big shots from Hannah late in the game, and then this to win it with 2.5 seconds to play. Well, fantastic game of basketball in Andorra. Their final home game in the 7 Days EuroCup. Get that victory, 90 points to 89. I'm Daniel Ratlish. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.